Hey, this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Shout out to all you wonderful new subscribers and returning friends. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for, darling? Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. So when I get to running this mouth, baby, you are in the loop. You see the title, you know what time it is. Lady disrespects her man in the store and he ends up choking her out. This is from Worldstar, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's watch the video and I'll come back with my commentary.
I just said I'm not paying for it. I just spent $300. You can pay for it. Yeah, bitch, because you acting retarded. Because you acting retarded, just pay for it. I can't for shit, bitch. Come on, shout to him. Let's go. Let's go. You're really not about to do nothing, so. And then you got people reporting, like, I'm not paying for nothing. I just spent $300. I don't give a fuck. We don't have to fuck. Okay, there's kids in here who disrespectful. Come on. Well, pay for this shit. Like, you got me in line. I'm not gonna pay for that. Dumbass bitch. Stop the fuck disrespecting. Okay. Yo, get that fucking camera out my face. I will kill you in this bitch. 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 I will kill it. Do it. You welcome. Do it. What's wrong?
Okay. There's a lot to unpack. There's not really a lot to unpack because we've been here, we've seen it before so many times. Okay. So they start out at the till. And the man said, I've already paid $300. And at some point in the store, she calls him retarded. So she's already showing disrespect to the guy. She starts with the name calling. Whatever the altercation or the disagreement was, she starts calling him names, okay? He said, I've already spent $300. Now, $300 is not a huge sum of money, but it depends on your pockets and what you're doing, okay? So they get to the till, and he decides that for whatever reason, after the disrespectful way she spoke to him, he does not want to pay for the items. Instead of her just not causing a scene, instead of her not, being rude, belligerent, aggressive, disrespectful, instead of her just paying for the items and then just agreeing to disagree, what does she end up doing? She then tries to browbeat the guy into paying for the items by calling him all kinds of different names. Okay, so after he's made it very clear he's not paying for the items, instead of her just acting with some dignity, maybe she's got no money, and just paying for the goods and leaving the store, she then turns around and says, she says something slick or something.
I'm not paying for nothing. I just spent $300.
Okay, she then says, we have sex every night. Now, on the one hand, sex is important and it's special, and on the other hand, sex is insignificant and your vajayjay ain't really about nothing. Here's why I say this. Sex was created to bond a husband to his wife and vice versa. Okay, it's to help people remember where they need to take the paycheck. Take the paycheck and bring the food. Okay, so if you've got a place where you're getting some good, that's the place that you're going to go back to on a regular basis. Now, on a serious note, we know that there is a whole slew of chemicals that are released in the brain when people engage in sexual activity. And those hormones are what we believe, generate feelings of love. And also they help people to bond. So sex is obviously a very important physical act. The scripture talks about soul ties. I personally don't believe that sex equates to marriage. I do believe that you have to take a vow and that sex consummates the marriage. It makes the two flesh genuinely become one after you've taken the vow before man and God. But sex in and of itself is a bonding agent, okay? Now, a lot of women, they got the part about elevating their body and, I give you my body, I give you sex every night. That aspect in and of itself is good. The only problem is this. every time these women are giving their body to different guys, the value of what you have kind of goes down. Now, am I saying that because you've had a number of sexual partners, you don't have the right to keep your body to yourself, or that, you know, anybody who asks you for sex, you should just give it to them because you're not a virgin or something? Obviously not. But the way women often present this argument of sex, like, we have sex and I give you sex, this is where it becomes a little bit devalued. A vagina is a standard model on 99.9 cisgendered women. Okay, there's nothing spectacular about it per se. Obviously, some women it's good, and you know others is anyway. But apart from that, it's a standard model, and so to make out like the woman is doing the man a favor when she is engaging in sexual activity because she also wants sexual pleasure as well is disingenuous. That's why, you know, trying to leverage the fact that she gives the man sex every night as though she doesn't want to, or she's doing him a favor, is not an argument, you know. But to turn around and say such a crude thing in the middle of a supermarket, especially when you know you're being filmed, again, it just shows a lack of self-awareness, a lack of decorum, and it's just a whole host of toxicity. Okay, so then afterwards, she then.
Okay, come on. I'm not gonna pay for it.
Okay, so he calls her a dumbass bee. All right. And then she actually hits him first. She walks up on him. Oh, wait. Sorry. So she flashes the water on him. Then she goes to prod him like a little boy, like in his head. Now, we can see just from this video, this man is significantly bigger and taller than this woman. But she has no fear. She has absolutely no reservations about putting hands on this guy. Okay. And maybe she felt because we're in public, he's not going to hit me. Or maybe because, you know, it's Believe All Women season and Me Too season. And, you know, he called me a name, so I'll be justified. You know, she knows that the law and the society is on her side. So she has no fear, no reservation that although this man could literally snap her like a little twig, you know, that she's going to get right up in his face. I recently did a video about a young pair. I don't know if they're a couple. And, you know, the girl is fighting this guy at a train platform. And then he pushes her so hard, she stumbles back onto the track. She could have lost her life, but instead of ending the situation right there while she was winning, well, to be honest with you, while she was losing, she then proceeds to pick up another object to continue fighting. And we see this situation time and time again, where women just don't seem to know when to quit. At the end of the day, you've already hit the guy or whatever, and it's not even about hitting the guy. It's a verbal altercation. Buy the items and walk away, or leave the items and walk away. But then once he insults you, for you to take it to a physical level, you have now completely changed the dynamics of the game. And once upon a time, you know, we have a culture of, you know, you never hit a woman no matter what she does. And I think that's why this lady felt so comfortable to then proceed to, you know, slap him upside the head like he was a little boy. But that culture is changing. A lot more people, a lot more younger people are realizing, like, if you want to go toe to toe like you're a man, I'm going to handle you like a man. And so because he felt so disrespected, because she took it to a physical level, he just went there. Okay. And if he really wanted to hurt her, obviously we all know he could. It's not about per se the height, but he's just a man who's physically stronger and able to overpower her. Now, what's interesting is after he grabbed her by the throat and everybody intervened to break the two of them up, you notice she calmed down a lot. She wasn't really running her mouth as much. She was kind of looking a little bit docile, a little bit stunned. And this is what a lot of people who are caught up in drama, they love toxicity. This is what they live on. This is their food. They love the chaos. They love the fighting. They love the breakup so they can have the makeup sex. They love all that tussle and, you know, as Obsidian, shout out to Obsidian Media Network would say, that Klingon love. You can't just have decorum and pleasantries and people communicating like adult human beings. There's got to be fighting and swearing and some little physical back and forth. And then after everybody's calmed down, then they just come together for some crazy, you know, makeup sex. And that is a very toxic and a very volatile relationship. Those people are not mature. Those people are not stable. And this is, I mean, maybe this is not a toxic relationship. Maybe she's just the toxic one. Maybe she's just the demanding one. Okay. But if you're in a situation like this, the best thing you can do is leave. Because one day that situation could escalate where as you're grabbing her up, she falls and hits her head. And now, you know, you've accidentally taken somebody out. Or, you know, she wants you to grab her up and then she uses the mark on her body as evidence of domestic violence. Even if she's the instigator, now you're getting locked up. You're getting criminal charges over a relationship that you just shouldn't be in. Okay. So she walks out behind him, but not after still, you know, shout out to Kevin and the sign language, not after the need to be right. So actually after he grabbed her by the throat, she still didn't stop talking. This is just like the platform incident. She wouldn't let it go. She wouldn't stop talking. And you can see the guy picks this huge rod, maybe it's a curtain pole or something, and he threatens like, I'm going to hit you with the pole. But deep down, he would never do it. And I feel like because she knows he will never do it, not because he's scared, not necessarily because he's frightened of the law or anything like that, but just because he doesn't actually want to hurt her. He just wants her to stop antagonizing him. She also knows she can keep provoking him and he will never really act on it. Now, am I advocating for domestic violence or domestic discipline? No. But at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship with somebody who's going to keep provoking you like this, the only way you can actually get out of that situation is to leave. If you stay in a situation like that, one day that person could provoke you into doing something that you later on regret. So that's all I've got for this one. Share this video with somebody who needs to see it. Give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.